Alright guys, so here we are, the final day trial number 3 of Endwalker with the boss, the End Singer. And as the fight happens, I'm going to go over all the mechanics with you and try to give you the best visual on it as I possibly can. So, without further ado, let's get this party rolling. Alright, so we have two planets here. One is really slow and the other is really fast. Once those two collide, they cause an explosion on that side of the room. Alright, here's some new planets again. That one is a slow one, that one is a fast one, so be away from those. Knockback. I wouldn't probably use immunity on this first one, just because later on there will be planets at the same time as that goes off, and you can probably utilize it more in those positionings. So right here, she is breathing down the middle of the room with her mouth open. If she has tears running down her face, that's the left and the right side, meaning the middle is safe. Like this, she's crying right now, so left and right are bad. Here we all just need to spread out a bit, make sure you give everybody ample room. And upon this mechanic happening, we will all have feathers that land on us. Those will just explode later, so just make sure you move away from them after you take that line attack. And now you're good. When she summons these four little heads right here, they all just sort of breathe down their own lane, so just stand in between them and you should be safe. And both tanks do take tank busters in this fight, so just be aware of that. If you're not even currently the tank, just make sure you know to throw a cooldown here. And if you're not the current tank, I would suggest probably just start throwing externals on people. I mean, this fight does hit pretty hard for a lot of mechanics. Let's see, fast planet, there's slow planet, there's probably going to end up over there. Yep. Now, on some of these, like this one right here, where you see this like half-formed planet, that is going to be brought back to life and sort of reversed, meaning it will explode again. They were going to like recollide. Probably roughly around the same position. I can probably just stand here and I'm good, yeah. Alright, what else we got? Two planets again. That blue one is slow, so I need to be up here. Alright, it's a rock, so she's gonna bring it back at some point. Oh, she's doing it right now. See, this is probably the point where I would use my immunities, just because I don't really have to worry about that planet way over there, or knockback and dodging all that. Just makes it a little more irrelevant for you. There's already enough going on. I mean, it's really the last thing you need. Right here, she's actually crying, and you see the tears falling from her face. That's the indicator that all of these little heads right here are going to do the same thing. It'd probably easier if everyone runs to the same location near like the front. That way all healers and tanks and everyone's kind of close. If you get stuck on your own, use cooldowns. But as you can see, they just cry and tears fill up a lot of the room. So you have very limited space. Pretty much all four corners are safe. But it just makes it a lot easier if everyone's sort of grouped together up near the boss on either the left or right side. After she comes out of that, there's going to be people with spread mechanics and a beam that goes down the middle that you have to avoid. So that part right there can be a little hectic if you don't really know it's coming. For heads again, that means the lines are coming down the middle. And her mouth is open, so a beam down the middle. Planets. That one's moving slow. Should be good up here. And I see she brought it back together over there. But she's not actually going to make that one come back to life just yet. We're going to wait for that explosion over there to happen. Okay. Now, which one is she going to bring back first? Watch that tether. Make sure you watch that red tether. So it's the one on our backside. This part usually causes a lot of trouble for first-time people. I would suggest knockback immunity, but, I mean, you're more than welcome to do whatever you wish here. It just gets very chaotic with that one exploding, and then she's going to cause this other one right here to reform really quickly. Spread out. Oh, God. So yeah, things can be quite chaotic on this fight. Feathers again, which means move away from those. She's also doing a breath down the middle, so kind of be on the sides. Tank busters. Heads, beams down the middle. She's crying. That means the middle is safe now. It's that's the slow one over there, so it's probably gonna blow up over there somewhere. Alright, so this is a phase change right here. She's gonna summon this little crappy mini boss thing. Doesn't really have a ton of mechanics. There's just a few things you need to avoid whenever you're on the platform. And the longer you take to kill this, the more despair she's gonna get. Yeah, so all these planets that are hovering about, you see these little tethers going to the floor. Those are all gonna just crash into those locations, and you really just don't want to be in those, and you'll be fine. That's a spread. Her despair is actually getting up there pretty good. So this right here, people recommend you just LB3 it as a tank, because even with that, I mean, we got brought down to like 8k life. It can kill. I mean, if you have really high damage, you can nuke her. You might be okay to survive with some cooldowns, but it hits for a lot. So I would highly recommend LB3 tank right there. Now she's gonna do this Oblivion again, but this one I think is a lesser scaled one. Like I have a cooldown here, so I'm just gonna throw a Heart of Light. We don't have an LB3 tank one. Or it might not matter. It might not matter either way, but this goes into, I think, a phase transition for us. So, spoilers, cutscene. If you don't want to see cutscene spoilers here, you might want to skip ahead a bit. Okay, so apparently me cooldowning didn't matter at all. Allies saved us. Those are just wing slaps, nothing really special there, just heal through it. We're gonna get some exploding circles, run away from them. More wing slaps. More circles. I got a vulnerability on that? Damn. That's crazy. More circles. I mean, this phase right here is more or less just kind of like a, you know, here's your allies' help, kill her. She basically just ramps up over and over with this damage up increase until you die or you kill her. That's pretty much what happens. So it's just a kill or be killed kind of scenario. So you pretty much just want to pump out whatever you can. I'm gonna throw hots on both healers here. And my Heart of Light came up, so we're good. I'm hoping we can nuke her before the last hits of swings up here, because it's starting to get pretty intense for damage. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, the hardest thing is gonna definitely be those planets coming out. So if you and your group can dodge that, it'll probably take you a couple of wipes, but and then definitely remember that LB3 on that first Oblivion after you kill that miniature boss that she summons. So other than that, congratulations, you guys have finished Endwalker. Until next time, take care.